Hello beautiful creatures, welcome to my channel. I am Aradia, the Witch of Dark Light, and I hope you all are doing well. So this video wasn't planned. I was just chilling today and well, not chilling, but I was doing some things today and I thought this is a good time to share some things with you guys here in the world of YouTube. So if you want to hear what it is I got to talk about, just grab a seat or just listen. I'm not too sure, as this isn't planned. I'm not too sure if there will be anything that you will need to see. So you can definitely listen to this podcast style. So firstly, I want to talk about why right now it may seem like I'm like in and out of some of the things that I'm doing here on YouTube. You know, why there's this inconsistency, and that is because I love sharing, I love making videos, but sometimes I battle with whether or not I'm going to share it just based on some things that's going on in my life, just you know, chit chat style, or if I'm just going to share and I guess in a tutorial form, you know, because as creators we are influencing. So my battle between if I'm sharing in a tutorial form and if this is something you guys want to even know about, or if you know, just all of these things that I'm pretty sure a lot of creators go through. So it is not that I don't want to share anything, and sometimes it's not even that I am busy, although lately I have been. It is simply the battle in the mind where how I'm going to show up to you guys. And especially when you're going through a transition where you evolve and where you're moving forward in your path and it begins to look a little different. So you're like in this crossroad where you're like, okay, these are all the things I used to share, you know, candle magic and all of those things. Now I feel myself being drawn in a different direction. A lot of the same things, but at a different level, if that makes sense. So this is why there's inconsistency with me here posting. But what I want to mainly get into, and I think I shared some of that on one of my other recent videos, is but what I want to get into is what it takes to manifest, because we have a plethora of videos out here that talk about the types of witchcraft, that talk about some of the things, the tools and techniques. What I want to focus more on, you know, still with some candle magic here and here, and whatever else it is that I want to share, like the war water that I made. I haven't made war water in quite some time, and I guess I felt like I didn't have the need to, but for some reason, you know, with Mars placement in, you know, in my Leo moon, I'm feeling like I need to make some more water. And you know, I was making it also because I was going to help someone else. But yeah, so I'm still, you know, I love creating. So whatever it is that I can put my hands on to do to create that makes helps me manifest magic, absolutely will be sharing that here on this channel. But I've been getting into a lot of sex magic. I've been getting into a lot of tapping into that eros, if I'm saying that correctly, that love energy, that cosmic creation within us. So I wanted to share a little bit about that. And when you are specifically working with maybe candle magic or casting magic or putting intent into something to manifest, I want to talk about what it truly takes to charge that magic, to put your intent into that magic. It's, you know, you got to build this up. This is why you always hear me say set the tone. And I know you don't always have to have the aesthetics, but setting the tone doesn't necessarily mean like I'm saying the aesthetics. Setting the tone looks different for everyone. Whatever tickles your fancy, whatever heightens your emotions, whatever gives you goosebumps, right? Whatever helps you feel like you are ascending from that moment, from that dark moment, whatever helps you climb out of those spaces. These are the things that you are setting your tone to help tap into that sacral chakra of creation, tap into those energetic points inside of you, because we all have the ability. We came into this world to create, right? We're at least having the ability to create. And this is truly, 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 truly what it takes to manifest magic, at least in my experience. And it, you know, when you get to a certain level or a certain understanding in your experience, in your practice, you really realize that when they say you are the tool, that is the truth. So when they say you are the tool, when you are getting, let's just do a hypothetical, right? When you're getting a candle, you grab that candle and, you know, you're prepping it however you're going to prep it. You're going to dress it with oils and herbs, and, you know, or maybe not. You're going to inscribe on a candle, or maybe not, or maybe you're just going to use the candle. Whatever that looks like for you, whatever the techniques in your ritual spell is done. What needs to happen for this magic? And when I say need, that looks different for everyone. So what is happening is these are all just things that have to be charged with your intent, have to be charged with a purpose. That purpose comes from within. You are the tool that is setting this magic in motion. So what that looks like, right? You're setting, I'm going to tell you what that looks like for me. I'm setting the tone with some music, and most of the time it's instrumental, because I've shared this quite a bit on this channel. It's instrumental because I don't want to be influenced by the words, just simply by the frequency. So I put my witchy music on, and the aroma of the frankincense that I use, and whatever it is that I'm feeling called to use at that time. I have the aroma, I have the music playing, you know, I'm doing the movement, you know, to shake off whatever may be hindering my intent to fully manifest. And I'm just honing in on the thing that I need to manifest, building up those frequencies. And you really have to be in tune with your body. This is why I say I'm really going down the rabbit hole and studying sex magic, tantra, kundalini, all of these things on a deeper level when it is used to manifest. And well, it is essentially all used to manifest, because you're manifesting a certain frequency when applying these methods. So going down this rabbit hole, we have to, well, let me stop saying we have to understand what it is I'm trying to say. These are the tools and techniques that help you tap into your creativity. So when you're like, you know, that sensory magic, that sexual magic, that igniting those things inside, that cosmic energy. And you really have to be in touch with your body. You know, you have to want to love yourself. You have to, which is another reason why self-love practices is so important. Because when you begin to love yourself and, you know, have sex with yourself, you see yourself in a different way. You feel like the god or goddess. You feel like you are capable of manifesting. So when you tap into all of these things, building it up, you know, doing those sensory things that help your body wake up, and those movements and that breath work, breathing. There's so many different techniques of breath work, but if you don't know any of them, just taking those deep breaths and releasing the things that is hindering you from being loose and being sensual with yourself, to tap into that creativity. So you take like only 15 minutes, could be more, but at least take about 10 or 15 minutes and get yourself in a mood, whatever gets you in the mood. Get yourself there, and then you're thinking about what you want to manifest. Let's say money, right? We all want to manifest some kind of money. So you're thinking about that money, you know, you're getting yourself, you're still in that space. You're still in that moment of creativity, and you are manifesting this frequency that is going to create that manifestation of the money that you need. And when you feel like you are charged up, you have your candle there, and then you charge it, you push that energy into that magic. If it's a sigil or a symbol that you're creating, charge it with your magic at that moment. Whatever it is that you're doing, candle magic, sigil magic, incantations, petitions, at that moment when you're feeling this state of ecstasy, you know, they call this ecstatic frequencies. When you feel that you are ready, this is when you are pushing, and you are, even if you speak that incantation at that moment and you charge it, stare into that candle, stare into that flame, you know, as you're lighting it, this is the energy that you're putting into it. So when you see me do candle magic videos, you don't see all of that, because I'm doing, you know, I'm for the sake of the video, this is, you know, I'm just breaking it down to the basics. But what it truly takes is getting yourself there. And you don't even have to be working on candle magic or any kind of magic per se. You can spend time raising your frequencies in this way by being in love with yourself, making love to yourself, being sensual to yourself. Raise the ecstatic vibrations, because these are the things that helps you manifest. And sometimes when you're in that state, that state of mind, the words you speak, the things you think, your world, your perception that's around you begins to change. And sometimes you just speak these words and they manifest. There's no need to sit down, prepare a candle, write a petition. When you are in that state, this is the state of creation. This is the state when, you know, these polarities merge together, when you have the male and female energies merge together. This is the act of creation. So when you are in this state and understanding all of these things, your breath work, breathing properly, you know, the movement, and just feeling, it's almost like feeling like a kid again. But I don't want to mix feeling like a kid and sexual energies together. But it's just being, you know, playful with yourself and tapping into these things. And I just wanted to share that with you, because when you sometimes it's difficult to, when you're like, okay, I did this candle magic and, you know, it didn't work, or I did whatever magic and you're like, it didn't work. Go back get yourself in the mood. Start out by having a date with yourself, right? Start out, get yourself something to drink, sit down, set the tone, wine and dine yourself, and you'll find that the more that you do that, you begin to understand how to tap into that frequency that makes you feel the pleasure, because feeling that pleasure heightens a lot of systems within your body, and it kind of ignites certain sensory frequencies. I'm at a loss for the word that I want to say, but these are the things that I feel like should be talked about more in the community. I think we've got a lot of the basics down packed. Well, I'm not gonna say we got, it's not that we have it down packed, but there's so much of the basics out there, but not enough really tapping into yourself, tapping into your inner magic, because this is the tool. This is the #1 tool. You could have all the things you need. You can have your candle, you can have your herbs, you can have your oils, you can even have your intent. But if you are not at this level of frequency, whatever level of frequency you are on, whatever you are feeling, this is what's going into your magic. So, it's only logic. The higher you raise your vibration, the higher the magic is going to, this is the level of what magic it is that you're going to manifest. So just think about that. And I know I could seem very passionate about this. It is because I guess after, years of doing this and understanding, certain things and what it truly takes, I've been in lows and highs, and definitely understand when I'm in that low state. And sometimes I'm not even aware that I'm in a low state. It's just I'm going through the day-to-day, and when I need something to be manifested, sometimes it doesn't work because I'm in that state of mind. So I truly, truly, truly understand that it really takes, we are the creators. We create the magic, and that comes from inside, not outside, not tools. That comes from inside. What you manifest comes from inside. You got that? What you manifest comes from inside. So I just wanted to share that, and these are the things that I've been thinking about and practicing and studying and working on with some of the people that I mentor. Understanding just start by, it's simple science. Start by loving yourself. Start by, because many of us don't love ourselves, right? We don't think about that, because if you go to try to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you, you might be hesitant. If you go to look at yourself in the mirror and say, you are a conqueror, you got this, you're beautiful, you're strong. When you go to look at yourself and say these things, try that experiment. Go look in the mirror and tell yourself you are beautiful, you are worthy, you are strong, you are a conqueror, you are like this magician. You're all of these things, and you are capable. Try looking in the mirror and telling yourself that. And if you succeed, then that is great. That means you can tap into loving yourself and doing that self-love to create this atmosphere of learning how to manifest from within easy. So yes, that is all I wanted to share with you guys. Candle magic videos coming. So when you see me doing some of these videos, think about, because in the video it is not going to reflect what all of these things that I'm saying, because it's it's just a candle magic video, and it's not going to show all of the steps, behind the scenes steps. So think about, when I'm doing a candle magic video, think about the process of getting, raising the vibration, raising the element of creation, raising that cosmic energy within to do that candle magic. So that is it for this video. That is all I wanted to share. So and if you are new here, or if you have been here and haven't subscribed, please do consider subscribing. This helps me out greatly and pushes me out into YouTube land. And I know YouTube punishes me when I'm not consistent with my videos, unfortunately. So any help you can provide, I very much appreciate it. If you have any questions about tapping into your creativity, or share how you build that energy up within, and you know, that sensual energy, that energy of creation, merging those energies together to birth the magic. So share with me if these are some of the techniques that you use. But until the next video, I love you all, and into the shadows.